Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Monday still for 2 more minutes. So I beat it. No, but welcome to another edition where you can find the Cruise Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Um, so if you see the title of this one, and once again, I don't bring up my titles until as soon as I start this, but the title to this is I Know Why Women Kill. And I found out why. Because men are assholes. That's just what we are, man. It's just by nature, probably. I don't know. But I was sitting here watching, and I was not gonna be seen. So if you haven't watched Paramount Plus's Why Women Kill, you are missing out. Really, it's a storyline of three different time eras, three different time periods, and all of the three different time periods are in one house. One of them is in the 50s, in the 60s. I'm sorry, in the 60s, like early 60s. So they're just coming out of the 50s, where men, once again, are kind of douchers to their wives. And they think that most of the time, men thought that wives should be at home, cooking, cleaning, having children, stuff like that. That's the 50s. The 80s, as everybody knows, the 80s is a centric time. Also, that's when the epidemic of AIDS was going on, especially the start of it. And it was maybe if Corona was at a 10, let's just say the AIDS crisis was at like 1,000. This is how crazy it was at the time. And yeah, so it's about mid 80s. And they how they chose to treat the AIDS epidemic, especially the guy that's ran the the coronavirus pandemic too. But okay, we're continue on. Sorry, to the 2000s, 2010s. I want to say it was like 2017, 2018, where it's kind of a new age thing. Open marriages, possible thruples going on, things like that. But the show is really evolved around three different wives, three different time periods, and very well done. They really switched through the time periods. Flawless storyline. I say this: you probably could have made seasons for each storyline, which would have been great in itself. To me, the 80s was probably the best one that probably would have had the best storyline for a whole entire season, but that's fine. The 2010s part one, I just wasn't a fan of that one. That was the only storyline I was just like, all right, you kind of fucking up the story. Let's go back to the 50s and the 80s. That's the only time I really had a problem with it. And as you know, the show is called Why Women Kill, and there's a reason why the ending there's a reason why that's the title of the show. but they but they kill in different ways. It's the way they get there is where the story is amazing. And we could have had their own seasons, in my opinion. I truly think they could have had successful seasons by themselves. So I haven't watched season 2 yet. It literally just came out as I'm finished the first season. So I'm waiting to watch the season 2. It has my boy Nick Frost in it, so I'm kind of excited to watch it. He's one of my favorite. That's like sneakily one of my favorite comedians. That dude's fucking hilarious. Oh, Nick Frost, just in case. Shaun of the Dead best friend, the best friend from Shaun of the Dead. That guy, yeah, the big guy. So he's pretty funny. Also, he's on Hot Fuzz. And also he's in Into the Badlands. I want to say it's the final season of Into the Badlands. Yeah, the final 2 seasons of Into the Badlands that he's Bungie. So he's actually a really good character. He's actually a very funny guy. So hopefully you guys go and check out Why Women Kill on Paramount. They get the curse and things on there. So I think that's where they get all the uncensored stuff. And yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. That's cool. But as everybody knows, Paramount Plus has like all the Star Treks. I mean, all of the Star Treks. Like Sneakily, and this is going to sound crazy to y'all. Sneakily, Star Trek: The Lower Decks, uh, great cartoon. It's a great cartoon. I enjoyed it. I watched every episode. It reminded me of Final Space. I think I talked about this before, but it reminded me of Final Space. You know, the show. It was created by Conan O'Brien on TBS. So I definitely advise, if you haven't tried it yet, I would definitely do a trial of Paramount Plus because it has everything on there. Everything on there. Disney was kind of playing off of our nostalgia. It feels like Paramount played off our nostalgia and also knew to put in different shows. Like, I'm definitely wanting to check out The Stand, which is a Stephen King based novel type deal. But like I said, if Why Women Kill doesn't win some type of anything, it made me want to go back and start watching Payback. The first time I've ever seen Lucy Liu, like secretly, that is my like crush. I'm not gonna lie, I crush on Lucy Liu a lot. If she ever sees this, please hit me up. Andrew Cruz, tall, six foot black man, like long walks on the beach and dinner by candlelight. But no, Lucy Liu, it made me want to go back and watch Payback though. That's the first time I've seen her. Um she's actually pretty hilarious in that one too. It's the Mel Gibson movie where he's literally killing people for, what was it, 1,200. It was like a low amount of money, and it was just really by the principle of everything. Just, if you want to watch a pretty, actually, to tell you the truth, it's actually a pretty good movie. I love that movie actually. Payback. It's actually a really good movie in my opinion, but to each his own. That's just the way I roll. But yeah. So yeah, that's what one of the things I've been watching. Also, what I watched, literally, I caught this out of nowhere. I love when Netflix gives me notifications about different animes. It's amazing. I love it. But I started watching Trese. Um, Trese is a Filipino comic book anime that was comic book that was made into an anime. It's 6 episodes, and let me tell you something. This anime right here for 6 episodes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, or sir, whatever, or however you identify. But this show right here, man, it follows a girl named Alex who is a no, sorry, follows a woman named Alex who is tasked, whose family is tasked with pretty much protecting the order of supernatural beings like vampires, goat people, and all the rest of this craziness. And she's tasked with really keeping the peace between humanity and that. It seemed like, to me, for supernatural anime, they did a fantastic. If it gave you like some Full Metal Alchemist vibes, but with like blood magic and black magic and white magic. Like, it's a look. They did a great job. It's 6 episodes. On most of them, I think the longest one was about 3 minutes. But it's actually very well done. I didn't know about like Filipinos um comic books. I didn't, nobody really talks about that, and that's pretty cool. That Netflix is taking that shot and saying, "Look, we're going to show you these guys. We're going to show y'all," and it's going about the I guess Filipino folklore. Like, it's actually English speaking, but in like some places where they do speak Tagalog, they give you the subtitles and everything like that. But it's really very, very, very well done. The drawings are amazing. It's my type of drawings. I love it. Um, but if you guys do get a chance, definitely check it out. It's nice little twists and turns to it. A lot of action, a lot of gore. Um, and it has some comedic moments, just like she has two twins that follow her around that actually help her out with some of the missions and stuff. So the two twins are actually like comedically hilarious, even though they were supposed to be stone cold killers. Like, it's oh man, they definitely got a home run in my opinion with this. I know some people are gonna be haters because I don't know why, but Netflix they have some shitty animes. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them have fallen off, like Seven Deadly Sins, and some of them are just shitty, like Sword Guy. That was the worst anime I ever watched in my fucking life, and I've watched some pretty bad ones. That was the worst. Sword Guy was horrific, horrific. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna keep saying, and that's fine. I don't know why, but no one liked Cannon Busters, and I wish that people liked it. I liked it, but I know a lot of people didn't, and it really hurts my feelings. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts my feelings. I feel like we're not gonna get season 2 of it. Philly the Kid will not be out anymore. It's crazy that a dude named Philly the Kid was an immortal. Let's just be real. The #1 city in the world. Let's just put it, I'm just gonna put it out there. #1 city in the world. Except when you need a 7'2" person to hit a fucking layup with 2 seconds left in the game. But that's fine. You know what? It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. It's 2-2. We're gonna get it 3-2, hopefully 4-2, and call it a fucking day. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Just saying, I was 7 feet tall. Someone's getting yammed on every possession. Just put it out there. Just the way I roll. But Trece, great show. I've always wanted to pose this question though. Hopefully, I have some Hispanic followers and or well, Hispanic and Filipino followers. As a culture, I want to know, why do the do y'all's names coincide with each other? I know it's probably a stupid question, but I was hearing like Guerrero. One dude's name was Raul. Raul. And Trece, if I remember correctly, that's Hispanic. Like some places, that's how they say 3. I might be tripping. I might be wrong, and that's fine. But I feel like that's in some like Hispanic like languages, because as you know, like they have different places say different things. Trece is 3, and I'm trying to figure out, why is it a crossover between, because if you don't know what the Philippines isn't like, they call themselves Pacific Islanders, but they are, they're not a fucking island, but is it? Wait, it might be an island. Whatever. It's in Asia. On the other side of Spain. Did Spain like take over at some point and they just took on the last names? Like kind of how black people had to take over some names. Like how many black people really last name should be Smith or Black? Not Black. I'm sorry, that's a stupid fucking name. Or Johnson or something like that. Like that shouldn't be the last names. And we all know this. It's fine. We all know this. I can roll with that. But I feel like at some point Spain took over the Philippines, and that's why they have those last names. But if anybody can explain this to me, that would be great. Because I'm sitting here like, I don't know how their last name should be. I don't want to sound racist, but some of the words even like coincide with Hispanic words. Like I'm sitting there listening. I'm just like, I learned that in Spanish class if I remember correctly. And some of these just said I remember that word in Spanish. So if anybody can definitely let me know, that'd be great. Trust me, I'm trying to learn about the culture. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It's not. If you know me, that's not what I am. I love learning about different cultures. I don't want to be one of those that Google it right, I hear it from the horse's mouth. So if you guys do get a chance, please let me know, man. You know where you can hit me up on it, Instagram at any time. But yeah, but Trece, like I said, man, the folklores, even some of the folklores were kind of, I've seen in Spanish folklores too, and I think that this show really got me interested into wanting to read some Filipino comic books. Now, am I going to read them in Tagalog? No, I won't be doing that. I won't. No, I'm going to find English ones. We're going to find those. But Netflix also has like a documentary behind it too. I think they really want to push this anime, and they should. Now, 6 episodes, they got through the plot pretty quickly. They got through the flashbacks pretty quickly, and they got through like what we're going through and why everything is happening in this world very quickly. And they did a very good job in doing that, in my opinion. I think they did a very, very good job. So, not perfectly placed. I won't say, I mean, paced, but it's not the most perfectly paced anime because they only gave themselves 6 episodes. But the pacing is actually really well done. Um, so if you guys definitely get a chance, watch Trese, Trese. Hopefully, I spelled that right. Yeah. So another anime that I did watch too, just in case. Oh, you guys already know. My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia, baby. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. So we are at a point now where we are finding out more and more about One for All. Not One for All for One. No, because the character is called One for All, right? Shit. Okay, whatever. We're finding out about Deku's powers. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what it is. It's All for One's the guy. One for All's for all. Duh. So completely forgot where I was going with this. Oh, we're finding out the powers to All for One right now. Um, Powers we thought were just super strength and you can punch through walls, but that was All Might's original quirk. So what Deku did was inherit All Might's original quirk. Now, what we're figuring out now, spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1, your fault. We found out that Deku, that the All for One generational pass down power actually has 9 different powers. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, the latest movie they had, the latest movie that My Hero Academia had, you would know that the main villain was named Nine. Nine had 9 different quirks that he can only use 3 at a time. If I remember correctly, he can only use 3 at a time. He can only use 3 of those quirks at a time. Right now, we've just found out that the Vestige have been trying to tell Deku. The first Vestige actually did actually announce himself to Deku. Is telling him, "Hey, look, you have different powers in you, and they will come out at different times, and they're controlled by your emotions." He said, "What were you thinking at the time? I need to capture this guy." So that's why my quirk came out. This was my quirk. It's called Backlash. Backlash, yeah, Backlash. And at first, Deku couldn't, he still can't control it. He said, "Man, I'm not going to be able to use this for a long time." And just in case, one of the kids from Class B, which is where this is coming out. One of the kids from Class 1B, his quirk is he can copy you for 5 minutes, up to I think what they thought was up to 3 quirks at a time, but apparently he can do like 4. And so he touched Deku. Now, the rules for All for One is that if your body can't handle All for One, you would practically um combust. Your body would literally reject it and blow off all of your limbs. It's kind of crazy. It's a crazy quirk. It's an awesome quirk in my opinion. I think that's a sweet ass quirk. But at the same time, that just tells you that I gotta get in the weight room to use this quirk. That's why Deku got huge. But we're finding out more and more about All for One. Also, One for All, they didn't really go into why they showed him at the beginning of one of the episodes. Sorry, one second. Goodness gracious. They didn't go into why they showed him, and it kind of that was kind of like weird for me. I was hoping they show what hey, this is why we're showing him. And here you go. And they never really paid that off. So I'm kind of waiting on them to pay that off, apparently. I mean, play that off clearly. So, but right now we're finding out why Deku, I mean, how he can, unleash the rest of these Vestige. and how he's going to harness these powers now. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. This dude's fucking his shit is great. They were trying to use Eddie's. They were trying to use the guy that can copy. He was trying to copy Eddie's Ares quirk too, which apparently hers is blank. She's the one that can fix you back up. Can she fix you back up? Yeah, she can fix you back up. She can reverse time pretty much with your body. I mean, can reverse time at any time for real. But she can like reverse it with the touch. And what they I think I forgot what they were trying to do. Once I remember what they were trying to do, I will definitely tell you guys. But right now, that's where my hero is at right now. Right now, this is where my hero is at. And I cannot wait for the rest of the season. So I want to see what they're going to do with the League of Villains because they haven't even shown up yet this episode. I mean, this season. Really, no villains have really shown up except for no, that was last season. So no, we haven't really had any villains show up. Like the Gentleman Thief, when Deku just wants smoke at all fucking times. So we're still trying to see. Well, I mean, the first time we had villains was literally the end of the latest episode where Bakudo and Toshiro and Todoroki pretty much fought together to stop a dude that's on the way that's making waves literally through the streets and stealing people's purses and stuff. And they stopped him. It was pretty sweet. I ain't gonna lie. And they just got their provisional license as professional heroes. So literally, they just got their license, and All Might was with them too, which was kind of weird. So maybe something will pay off with that too. So we are figuring out my hero together. Woo! All right. Lastly, E3 is going on this weekend. I've literally watched 0 seconds of. No, I'm joking. I watched the Xbox, the Xbox. Oh my goodness gracious! I've watched the Xbox presentation. Good job, Xbox. Good shit. It made me want to go out and get another. It made me want to go out and get Xbox because that's only like a fucking fine right now. But they did a great job. But one of the biggest things that came out from E3, not just E3, but I think Summer Games Fest also, was Castlevania. The anime is having a spin-off series with the son of Cypher and Trevor Belmont. Now, not the son. It has to be like great grandson or some craziness like that. It has to be. Rekar. Apparently, Rekar is was a part of Castlevania, the newest, not the newest one, but Symphony of the Night. That's where Rekar is coming from. So I'm definitely might have to play some Castlevania to figure out what the fuck's going on. Oh yeah, Castlevania is a video game that got turned into an anime. Yeah, buddy. And The Witcher also has an anime coming out soon too. I've not seen a release date to it, but trust and believe I'm going to be toss my coin to The Witcher. Oh man, plenty. Oh valleys of plenty. Oh yeah, I'm kind of excited to see that part of the story. I was going to watch the Altered Carbon one, but I think it was a movie. Why would you make Altered Carbon the anime a movie? That was just why would you do that? Why don't you just make it a series? Altered Carbon by itself was a great series, even though they canceled it after 2 seasons after Anthony Mackie. Like, why would y'all cancel that? This is ridiculous. This is a great show that you cancel no reason, and it angers me. Sorry. Okay, you want me to go back? All right, my bad. I'll go back. Castlevania. Let me tell you something. Top 10 anime of all time right now for me. Castlevania's in there. It has to be. It was beautifully done. The violence was amazing. The storyline's amazing. The in between, like the banter between Trevor and Cypher or Trevor and Alucard, amazing. Everything was amazing. They did a fantastic job with this show. Once again, this is my opinion. This is opinions of Andrew Cruz and also yours. I'm just putting it out there. You're listening, and clearly you like what I'm talking about, and you're going to like this. That's how I feel about it. I think you're going to like it. I truly do. I think you guys will like Castlevania, the anime series, and I definitely advise you to go check it out before the spinoff comes out because It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Woo! All right. So with that, I want to say that is the end of the Shizzo today because big announcements. Okay, for Wednesday, Thursday, no, probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is probably how this is going to work because I do a lot of studying. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm going to have a cruising around the world episodes per day for Juneteenth. Juneteenth, well, culminating with Juneteenth on the 19th. And also on the 18th, I don't know yet. On the 17th, I don't know yet. No, I know. I know, but I'm gonna keep it like secretly right now, so you can teaser. But definitely definitely on Saturday, we'll be talking about Juneteenth and why it's not talked about in school because the shit that I am bringing up to you guys once again is not taught in school. I did not learn Juneteenth in school. Trust me. And I know a lot of kids are like, whoa, that's when black people got free. No, we were free way beforehand. That's just we were free way before Juneteenth, actually. That's not when the Emancipation Proclamation was written. Shocker. Black history rewritten. Yeah, so I'm gonna be talking I'm gonna keep those secrets. Okay, let me look at secrets. One of them you may know, second one you may not. But I want to say, want to tell you guys, I love you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I know this is supposed to be I know this is probably dog days of summer. I know it's hot as fuck, especially here in Texas. I don't know where you guys are. I know it's probably hot. Hopefully you guys are staying hydrated, staying, kind of cool. Also keep your clothes on, please. Especially in public, because I don't want you guys going to jail. All right. That's clearly not what I want you guys to do. Or ladies and gents want you guys to do. So I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. If you're 7 feet tall, please be able to make a fucking layup, or dunk. I don't know, either or. Stop fading away from basket. I don't know. Or if you're 6'10", supposed to be the point guard, shoot a fucking jump shot. But I want to say, hopefully you guys had a great day. Hopefully you guys are having a great time. I want to say, stay safe out there. We're almost through this pandemic. Hopefully. And with that, I want to say thank you guys so much. Please stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Oh, fuck. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcasts is where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much. Stay safe out there. Love you guys. Don't do anything I want to do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.